In this video, we're going to take a look at how to create what I'm calling a percent of subtotal calculation. I've got a simple grid here where I've got two attributes on the rows, and I'd like to go ahead and turn on some totals here, and I'm going to do both grand and subtotals. And what you'll see here is we get our little subtotal sections, and then I'd like to see a percent of total. Well, in the product, you can do a really quick percent of total just by saying, I want to create a cumulative function, which is called percent of total, and it creates this new formula here. But you'll notice for the subtotals, it's just telling me what percent does that the sum of accessories make of the total sales. So in this particular data set, the bulk of the data is here in this one section. Okay, that's interesting, but if I would like to actually have the percent of total be for each of these occupations, what percentage of the total for accessories does that make up? I can't use the context calc to do it. I've got to create a formula. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go create a formula, and it's basically just a simple ratio of x divided by y. And I'm going to pick the metric that I'm basing it on, which is profit. So the x, or the numerator value, is just profit. The denominator is going to be profit as well, but I'm going to also include whatever that inner attribute is in my report. In this case, my inner attribute is occupation. So I'm going to go find the occupation attribute, and I'm just going to say I want to select all. So it's going to be comparing a particular occupation against all occupations. We're going to go ahead and give that a percentage format, and let's save it. And we're just going to call this percent of occupation. And then if I come back over here, you'll see I get this new formula here called percent of occupation. When I throw that on there, you'll see that the numbers reset, and each section or subtotal adds up to 100%. And so that's how you would do it. You have to create this calculation and compare the current value to the sum of the values from that particular attribute, whatever that inner attribute is. That's how it's going to work. So hopefully that makes sense.